Well, howdy, 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 and welcome back to the Red Dirt Aggie Show. I'm Brian, the Red Dirt Aggie, and I'm here today with our guest, Elle Townley. What's going on?
Hello, thank you so much for having me on the show tonight.
Thanks for taking the time to come on the show and hang out with us, and hopefully play a couple songs, too. I see you got the
Yeah,
guitar
of
there.
course. Always appreciate a good opportunity.
Yeah, no, and we appreciate it as well, obviously. We love having the opportunity to showcase some talented artists on our show and get their music out
Yeah,
there for the masses. So,
love it.
you want to tell us a little bit about where you're from and kind of how that inspired you to want to get into music?
Sure thing. So I'm a singer-songwriter from Georgetown, Texas. That's about 40 minutes north of Austin, for
Right.
anybody who doesn't know where that is. I've been singing since I could talk, pretty much. I have always loved music, and I started vocal lessons at 6, had my first performance at 8, and as soon as I got on stage, I just kind of fell in love with it and decided this is kind of what I want to do, and so I continued doing it, and I've almost 10 years in the business, so
Almost 10 years in the business. Right. Wow.
almost.
Well, well, that's great to hear. And I see you there holding that guitar. You look like you're ready to play something. So,
Oh yeah,
why don't you start us off with anything that you want to play for us? Go ahead
sure.
and we'll start with that.
Awesome. Well, the first song I'm going to play for you is the song I have coming out June 27th. This song was originally written for Leanne Rimes, which is pretty cool. And it did end up making it into her catalog, and the songwriter pitched it to me. I was like, that's a cool song, let's do it. And it's called Taking Off My Halo. It's kind of about getting that first taste of independence.
Yeah.
So here we go. Y'all stay tuned for this one. I've been daddy's little angel since I was born. I've always done what I was told. They say I've got a heart of gold, and that I will never break the mold. Usually that would be true, but sometimes you gotta bend the rules. I'm taking off my halo, I'm plucking my wings. Tonight I'll be a devil in my holy jeans. Gonna go where the lights are low and the spirits are high, where the music's on way too loud. I wanna be in the middle of a rowdy crowd. I've never worn my clothes so tight or stayed up all night. Said my prayers like a good girl should, but I'm done being good. And I wonder what my daddy would say if he could see me looking this way. I'm taking off my halo, I'm plucking my wings. Tonight I'll be a devil in my holy jeans. Gonna go where the lights are low and the spirits are high, where the music's on way too loud. I wanna be in the middle of a rowdy crowd. I got a cowboy to my right, cowboy to my left. Better look away, cause I'm breaking bad. I haven't stopped dancing to catch my breath. Done a two-step in these boots to death. I'm taking off my halo, I'm plucking my wings. Tonight I'll be a devil in my holy jeans. Gonna go where the lights are low and the spirits are high, where the music's on way too loud. I wanna be in the middle of a rowdy crowd. I wanna be in the middle of a rowdy crowd. Yeah, rowdy crowd.
Hey. No, I know it's weird playing for one person, right? And then nobody can
Oh
clap.
yeah, it always is. But that's part of like what you gotta do, right?
No, but first of all, you have a fantastic voice. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Absolutely.
But what's intriguing to me too is you said that was originally written for Leanne Rhymes, correct?
Yes.
So how did that come about where you had the opportunity to play it and record it? Like who pitched that to you?
Yes. So this song was pitched to me by Cherie Swartz. So she was kind of like a name in the business back in the day, and then she has a crazy story. People thought she died.
Okay.
Like she has some stuff with her brain that is some pretty serious stuff, and she moved away. People thought she died, and she came back into the Texas music scene, pitching some of the songs that she had written back in the '90s, and people were like, "Oh my gosh, you're here!" And so she got back into music, and like she helped Josh Turner get signed. So lots of little things like that. And so I'm very fortunate to know her. She's the sweetest soul on earth. And I came to write with her at her table in her kitchen. She calls like the magic writing table. And
Yeah, sounds like it.
yeah, it is magic, really. But she pitched me this song. She has two different versions, and one was the original for Leanne Rhymes, and it sounds so different from what it is now. We kind of rewrote the melody a little bit, kind of freshened up some of the lyrics, and it just turned out great. I had a great time recording it in the studio. We recorded it at Beagle's Nest in New Braunfels, and I'm really excited for it. This is my first single coming out in 2 years. I have 4 previous singles, but it's been a while since I've released anything.
Yeah, no, and I that's exciting to hear that you've got some new music coming out that you've been working on, and I think that one's going to do awesome. I think
Thank you.
That sounded fantastic.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Should be pretty exciting.
Yes. Do you remember the moment that you knew you wanted to make music? I know you said you've kind of been at it for 10 years, maybe even more, right? But do you remember that initial moment that was like, yeah, this is what I want to do?
Ooh, yeah, that's a good question. So as I mentioned earlier, my first performance was when I was 8, and I was performing at a local market days where I lived in Round Rock, and I was absolutely horrified. I was afraid to sing in front of my family, so like getting up to sing in front of complete strangers was a huge thing for me to do. But I remember my mom telling me that it did help. She bribed me with toys after, but she told me that I would probably regret not doing it if I didn't. And don't let fear get the best of you. And I really took that advice. I sucked it up and got on stage. I sang Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid. And it was great. I just got on stage and I was like, you know what? This isn't bad. I had this like absolute death grip on the mic stand, but it was really a life-changing moment because I fell in love with it. I did it again and again, and then I started getting traction, I started gaining followers, and then I started getting bigger and bigger opportunities.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then, it gets to now you're writing songs and, working on putting out more music. And can you kind of walk us through your songwriting process? Are you a lyrics first or a melody first kind of person? And do you maybe write with live shows in mind, or do you just kind of let it happen naturally?
Yeah, I would definitely say I'm a melody writer. Music is just always in my head. I've gotten definitely better at lyrics because I've worked with so many amazing people. I've had so many great mentors in the business. I wrote my first song when I was 9. I went to Nashville for a music boot camp there, and I got connected with some great writers. The first co-writer I was ever with was named Britton Cameron. I still am good friends with him to this day. I've done a lot of good work. My first 4 singles he's actually helped me on. And my last 2 I recorded with him in his basement, which was pretty cool. But I've just gotten to know so many great people in this business who have helped me learn to songwrite, really continue, building my craft. But music is just always in my head. Melodies is definitely what I drift toward when I write. I sit down and I pretty much just pick up my guitar and I start humming what kind of cool chords can I put in this now? And typically I'll have like a hook in mind or an idea. And once I kind of have a general melody or a hook some basic lines. I'll take it to my co-writer. Co-writing is my favorite thing to do. It's just so much more fun to collaborate on music, I think. There's definitely some songs where I keep to myself because they're just so personal, but I really love co-writing because you just get to learn from everybody around you.
Well, yeah, and what I've heard, in people's experience with co-writing is some people love it and some people hate it. So maybe it's kind of you love it.
Yeah,
or you hate
it's
it kind of
definitely there's definitely mixed opinions out there. I know some people who just will not co-write, but I know people who only co-write as well. So there's a side to everything.
Yeah, no, and I would imagine too. It depends on who you're co-writing with, and if both of you are flexible enough to listen to each other's ideas and stuff, then you really can create
Yes.
a better product in the end, right? Rather than one person just completely taking control of everything.
For sure. Now, it's funny you mentioned that because in the business, people have a lot of ego, so
yeah.
You have to kind of balance it when you're co-writing. Like, okay, I know you think you're it, but let's take in everyone's ideas, kind of thing. So you kind of have to step back and check yourself.
And then, which of your songs you were talking about? You said you kind of keep some of them to yourself, and some of them maybe have a little more personal meaning to you. But which song of yours means the most to you, and why does it mean the most to you?
Ooh, another good question. I have been writing so much this year. I'm kind of a girl in the way I write. I kind of write about sad endings to love. But one thing, I say this to pretty much everyone I talk to in every interview, songwriting is my therapy. It's how I process my emotions, and so when I'm sad, that's kind of when I write. I'm trying to write more happy songs, though. I'm in a really happy spot right now, so I'm trying to get some happier songs written. But earlier this year, the word now is situationship, where you're not really dating, but it's not official kind of a thing. And I definitely had one of those that really ended up hurting me. And, I look back and go, without that, I wouldn't have had all these amazing songs to write. So definitely the ones I've written about that have been really personal to me. But I've done a lot of them with my co-writer, Justin Heflin. He's like a second dad to me. He has a lot of girls my age, and it's just awesome how we can connect and write about sappy girl feelings. But I think definitely the ones talking about pain or losing a relationship are some of my most personal.
And that tends to happen a lot with songwriters, right? You write about things that cause you a lot of emotion or make you feel strongly a certain way, and a lot of times
Yes.
that's going to be the sadder songs that come out
yes.
the most. And
I have some where we wrote kind of getting the anger out. You kind of go through stages of grief.
Right.
You're like really sad, and then you're really angry, and then you have your reflection. You're like, okay, it's all good.
Well, you think about, I know you said you write from, like you said, like, oh, I write about the girl side of things. Well, I mean, look at people like Parker McCollum and stuff too. Almost every one of his songs is about, heartbreak and sadness. And
yeah,
he's even joked about it too. And it's like, he's like, well, I'm happy now. I need to start writing more happy songs. So, but
yeah.
And it's hard sometimes when when your best content is coming from those places and those emotions.
Yeah. And the good thing about that, though, is that I feel like it's relatable to a lot of people. And when I'm writing my music, I try to make it where it can come from both sides. It's just a general, I'm sad, I'm hurt, here's how I'm processing it kind of a thing.
No, and I think that makes sense, and then that causes other people to kind of resonate with your music when they're going through something similar too.
For sure. Yeah.
But have you ever had a song that you put out and then it just totally surprised you after you released it, maybe by how it was received, or how maybe it just surprised you after you released it? Either you liked it more, you liked it less, other people liked it more. I don't know.
Yes, definitely. Out of the 4 singles I've released so far, 2 of them have stuck out to me. My very first single was called Trouble with Trouble, and I wrote it about middle school girl drama. Kind of picking out bad friends. And I did so many interviews for it, and I had to play it all the time, and I ended up really hating the song after. It has a catchy hook, but I just got so sick of singing it. So I had to take a 2-year break from it. And then my third single was called One Too Many Heartaches. That was another one I did a lot of interviewing for. But, so many people, I would play this song and they would just resonate with it. It was crazy to watch how many people come up to me after I played it and were like, I love that song. I really felt that. And I remember I had just switched schools. I had just gone to a public school from a charter school. And I didn't really tell anybody I did music. I was like, I'm never popular at school. I was just kind of like hanging in the back. I did music. And some of these people I was sitting in my English class with were like, what? Oh my gosh, let's listen to your music. And I remember one girl went home, she listened to it and came back the next day and she said, girl, you made me cry in my bedroom listening to that song. And so that really surprised me to see, wow, how many people resonated with the song that I wrote when I was 12, 13. It was just crazy.
Right. And are there any other songs that you want to play while you have that guitar in your hand right now then too?
Sure, yeah. Always down to play another song. Well, I think I'm going to make fun of myself. I wrote this song about my fabulous taste in guys. And my mom actually inspired this one. We were sitting in the kitchen one day and we were just talking about all the guys I've been with and how they're all fixer-uppers. She was like, you just date fixer-uppers, people who aren't emotionally available. And I'm one of those people, I'm really big on loyalty and I really love helping people I care about. But usually that only gets me hurt in the dating area. So that's exactly what inspired this song, and it's called Fixer Upper. When I saw you, I wasn't in the market. Shiny things like you, they sometimes catch my eye. We struck up some casual conversation. Those sad soft stories, they get me every time. Well, TLC was all I thought you needed. I knew that you were just misunderstood. It's clear to see that I'm a real slow learner. But here again, you stole my time, spent my love. I should have looked under the hood. Well, every time I think I've got a good deal, I pay way too much. You think I'd see it coming, but I don't. The truth is in the rear view. When I get behind the wheel, I see I fell for another undercover fixer-upper. I'm a sucker for a heart that's broken, homeless. I always feel that I should take them in, but all they do is take. So here I am again. Well, every time I think I've got a good deal, I pay way too much. You think I'd see it coming, but I don't. The truth is in the rear view. When I get behind the wheel, I see I fell for another undercover fixer-upper. Well, every time I think I've got a good deal, I pay way too much. You think I'd see it coming, but I don't. The truth is in the rear view. When I get behind the wheel, I see I fell for another undercover. I fell for another undercover. I fell for another undercover fixer-upper. A fixer-upper. A fixer-upper.
Yay! I don't know. Did Did that work?
Yes, I heard. I love the sound
good.
effects. That's great.
Yeah, we all, there's all sorts of like crazy. Oh, I guess I could have just did applause too.
Yes. I like the one with the yay in it. It's
But
so much more enthusiastic.
I feel like it's more fun.
Yeah.
Okay, turn it off.
Oh yeah. It sounds like little children screaming.
Yeah, it sounds like little kids. It's a little weird.
A little bit, but it's okay. We're having fun with it.
Oh yeah, but if you weren't playing music, what would you be doing?
Dude, I don't know, man. Music's my life. This is kind of a, I don't know. I feel like I'm a little boring without music. I don't really do anything unless I'm doing music. Like, I'm very business minded. And so if I'm not playing a show, I'm pretty much like booking podcasts or more shows or doing whatever I can to just get more exposure. Filming for social media, all of that.
Well,
So I don't
yeah,
know.
and I mean, there's so much that goes into being a musician now too, besides just playing music, right?
Oh, yeah. It's totally a business. People don't give it enough credit for being a business.
Well, no, and I mean everything from social media to but you got to build a brand now. You have to be a personality online. You're doing the interviews like this. There's
Exactly.
so much.
But I love it. I can't imagine doing anything else right now.
And then here's a fun one. What's the weirdest fan interaction you've ever had? Please
Weirdest-
don't say being on this podcast.
Weirdest fan interaction. Interesting. I haven't had anything like super crazy. I've always, you have, when you're female in the industry, you always have creepy dudes, in your DMs or you staring at you on stage. But I don't think I've had anything too crazy, to be honest. And I'm very fortunate for that. Knock on wood. I was doing another podcast the other day and they're like, what's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done? I was like, well, I've never fallen on stage or anything like that. Another knock on wood. But no, I guess I'm pretty tame, thankfully. I've been I always have security with me. My dad's always with me. So all the crazy stay away.
That's the best security you can have right there.
Absolutely. He works for free. It's even better.
Well, let's do our rapid fire round here. We'll have 3 to 5 like either or questions. So I'll start
Sure.
Whataburger or Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
Why?
The clean bathrooms.
Probably buy your hamburger meat there and cook yourself a Whataburger at home, and then you got the clean restrooms too.
Yeah.
I mean, hard to beat Buc-ee's.
I don't stop at Buc-ee's when I'm on the road.
Acoustic or electric?
Acoustic. I'm an acoustic player. I haven't really experimented with electric, honestly. Like, I have a couple, and I play them at home sometimes, but I mainly play solo, so so acoustic just works great for me.
It makes sense. Makes sense. Sunrise or sunset?
Ooh. I'm not a morning person, so I'm gonna have to go sunset.
I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like waking up early. I'm a musician, so I like staying up late.
Makes sense. Most of those performances are at night and stuff. So
Yeah.
Makes sense. So looking ahead, what's next for you? Any new releases, tour stops? I know you're up for an award as well, correct?
Trying to be nominated for Young Artist of the Year. I love when my ring light dies. Yes, so I'm releasing new music June 27th. So that's going to be Taking Off My Halo, which is the first song I play. I play as many shows as I can squeeze into my schedule. So all of my shows are listed on my website, elleTownley.com, and you can find them on Instagram and Facebook, which is Elle Townley Music. I don't think I have anything super big to announce yet. So those are kind of the main two things right now.
So you want to give us that date one more time?
June 27th. It'll be on all streaming platforms. Yes.
On all streaming platforms. Go
Yes.
check out. Remind me of the name of the song again. I know it was the first one that you played.
Taking Off My Halo.
Taking Off My Halo.
Yes.
Coming
June 27th, midnight Eastern time.
Okay. 11
So in
p.m.
Texas,
if
it'll
you're
come
here
out
in
at 11
Texas.
p.m.
That's right. And then, lastly, where do you want your music to take you to next? Is there an ultimate goal for your career?
I've always said that my ultimate dream would be playing a sold-out stadium with everybody singing my songs. Probably pulling a Taylor Swift, but I just, I want my music to touch as many people as possible. I love when people can resonate with it, so just continue writing songs that people can have the feels too, and hopefully sell out a stadium for them to sing it with me.
Well, absolutely, and I think that's a great goal to have. And with as hard as you work, I think it's something that's certainly a possibility for you. So,
Thank you.
I just want to say thanks for taking the time to come hang out with us on the Red Dirt Aggie Show.
Of
But
course. Thank you so much for having me.
absolutely, my name is Brian, the Red Dirt Aggie. That over there is Elle Townley, and be sure to check out her new music when it drops, and give her a vote for what was the name of the award again?
Young Artist of the Year for Texas Country Music Association.
And I'm an ambassador for TCMA also. So
yes, I know. Yes, I think that's where we met the first time too.
Yeah, was it at the TCMA Awards, right? I was there with
yes, last year I was nominated for Young Artist, so that's what we're trying to aim for again.
yes, absolutely, and I'm sure we will cross paths at the awards again, if not before then. So.
Absolutely.
But as always, gig 'em and God bless, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks.